Emergency. Queen's Quest arrived. Emergency. Queen's Quest arrived. Emergency. Queen's Quest
Down to the queens.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody inside and outside of the gender spectrum. I am Dylan Murray. This is Stardom Quest Gold, the best weekly Stardom and Marigold podcasting in the world. Alex is off this week. He is going to SmackDown. He's a big fan of Road Dogg, so he's gonna go see Road Dogg's production of SmackDown this week. And also, he's not a big fan of Stardom because he obviously missed the end of the 5-Star Grand Prix, which is happening in the next couple days, and the last of Block Action, which happened the other day. So instead of Alex, I am joined by an equally lovely co-host. I am joined by Sondre. How are you doing, my friend?
Hi, man. I would also choose to go to SmackDown to watch R-Truth versus Aleister Black.
5. They've at least run that 3 times, I'm sure. 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm very happy to be back, though. It's been a while.
Great. Yes, and also I want to say congratulations to you specifically. Obviously, everybody who knows you knows you're a big DDT fan, so congratulations on Konosuke Takeshita's big win. I know that's a big thing for the DDT faithful.
Yeah, I'm sure. I actually, that reminds me, I actually have to watch the G1 finals now because
it was really good.
Now I will have to review it on my show, The Dramatic Dream Dragons. Yeah.
It was a great match. It was a great match. I loved it.
Yeah, don't do talk too much male wrestling, but it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal that a DDT guy, and yes, AEW, whatever, but DDT guys first.
Yeah, I mean that clip of them announcing it at the DDT show was like so beautiful. Like it was so cute. It was so nice.
And also an interesting stat of 3 former KOD Openweight champions, 3 pretty prominent former KOD Openweight champions, all being winners of the G1 now. That's huge.
Yeah, I think it's sick. But that actually is just 2 our plugs. Sondre is, of course, one of the hosts of Dramatic Dream Dragons, which is on the 5-star-network.com. And you can head over there to check out a bunch of stuff, including, like I said, Dramatic Dream Dragons, Actress Stage. You can check out No Limit Wrestling Show, which me and Xavi will be having a new one in the coming week. We are talking about the N1. We're doing a preview for that because previews are so easy that we just decided to do another one. We realized that it's like with tournaments so aggressively happening right now, we were like, don't know if we want to go back in the backlog and watch an entire show or an entire do a whole entire tribute episode for Nanai when we don't really have time to give it the justice and give it the brain power. So instead we are doing some slop that is an N1 preview. I'm excited to do that, but go check that out on the 5-Star Network YouTube channel and on 5-star-network.com. Getting into Stardom properly. First, we have a little bit of outside of Stardom news. Oz Academy ran a show recently. Wait a second. Actually, Wave happened within the past week, didn't it? Or or did we talk about this last week?
I do remember listening to your episode. I do not remember if you talked about Wave.
Oh man, that's I'm like, oh, I think we did talk about Wave. We did talk about Wave. I apologize. Wave, you never know when or if it happened. But Oz Academy did happen this past weekend. A few big things happened. For one, Hazuki faced Akino. They wrestled, and after the match, Akino asked Hazuki why she doesn't have a Stardom belt. Sour subject. And that prompted Hazuki to officially say that she is once again looking to challenge for the white belt. After saying that she would never challenge for the white belt again, following the Natsupoi match last year. So that's pretty cool. I'm interested in that. I mean, Starlight Kid has so many potential challengers that like Hazuki is like it's hard for me to want to see anybody but Hazuki challenge Kid now. Because obviously they are great together. But yeah, so that's a new thing. I don't expect her to win it because it just doesn't seem like the vibe they're on right now. But interesting subject that came up at the Oz show through that match. I haven't gotten to see it, but I'm sure it was really good because it's Hazuki. So
Um, can't she get away from this belt?
never. Man, I think this is something that like people need to recognize. I wrote an article over 5 years ago. Nearly coming on 6 years ago, I wrote an article about Hazuki's never-ending chase of the Wonder of Stardom Championship.
No,
It has been 6 years,
no.
and we're still here. She still
I mean,
has no shot. It feels like, unfortunately.
I mean, against Kid, it kind of feels like that's the one shot. But
Yeah.
no, I'm not yet. I'm not buying into it yet.
No, me neither. And the thing is that there's always the Hanan of it all.
Yeah.
It would make sense, like Kid Hazuki Hanan makes sense, but also I don't know if politically that's if they're there yet. You know what I mean? I am of the belief, and everybody pretty much knows this, that the Hanan Hazuki stuff was 0% of work and 100% Hanan pulling a little Pepsi Phil and deciding to air some grievances that she maybe shouldn't have on a public forum. And it just feels like they are very heavily separated. So if you are someone like me who kind of sees Hanan as in the circulation of the titles much more than Hazuki is, and specifically of the white belt, it is a hard sell to have Hazuki even near the white belt anytime soon. So we'll see, but I do think that is progress for the Hazuki fans out there that that she said, "Oh, I want to do something," which is nice, and do something that she probably can because she's been saying she wants to wrestle overseas, but she doesn't. So maybe that will lead to something. Maybe it won't. The bigger point of news. Oh, go ahead.
She's still Spark Joshi champion.
She is still a Spark Joshi champion. Yeah. The
Most important title.
Of course. Let's not forget who held it first. Starlight Kid, who vacated it. Maybe Hazuki should win it just so she could vacate the Spark belt, and it's just like a recurring theme. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, that'd be funny. But the more important piece of news was the main event from Oz Academy featured, I believe, Kakeru, Mayumi Ozaki, and Soriano in a triple threat match. Went to a no contest after over 20 minutes when Hate came out, stormed the ring, and attacked everybody in sight. Both Soriano's faction, Phantom Drive? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Them and the former Sekigun and Mayumi Ozaki all united to beat the piss out of Hate.
It's Phantom Limit, by the way.
Phantom Limit. I thought. Okay, yeah, good. Phantom Limit and the former Sekigun all united with the Ozaki to beat up Hate. They scheduled a match for, Ozaki versus Tora, Natsuko Tora, that is, in Stardom in a few weeks at Yokohama Budokan, I believe. Or maybe, yeah, no, it's definitely not Nippon Budokan. I just have Budokan written down.
It's Yokohama.
Yeah, I was going to say fucking 12,000 people in there for Ozaki Natsuko. I don't think so.
And on 1 month advance.
Yeah,
1 month
in 3 weeks. Yeah, but yeah, I think we probably would have heard about it if it was Tokyo Budokan. But inside Yokohama Budokan, that is happening in Stardom. We were talking about this a little bit before the recording. Insane idea to do this in Stardom and not Oz Academy. I believe they're doing a 5-on-5 in Oz Academy. They're doing Hate versus the former Sekigun, probably to put that faction to bed officially. But yeah, I don't know. That just feels like a crazy choice to do Natsuko and Ozaki in Stardom. Because Ozaki, like, I feel like that match is one that could have an incredible atmosphere, have a really good, like it could really hit but I don't think Stardom is capable of delivering that sort of Ozaki match. So I don't know why they would do that, but I mean, who knows? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, Osaka has always wanted to do the more Oz Academy specific matches in their own promotion. If she does, if she does a Yokohama Budokan show, I don't know her like Oz Academy schedule, but if they have a bigger venue built for a show in October, like they usually do, I would expect it to be like someone who is a regular in Oz Academy versus Ozaki, and not this like Stardom feud. Which is why
Yeah,
I think the Stardom thing makes sense more now that I think about it.
I agree. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that's September 6th. I know there is supposed to be, like I said, a 5-on-5 scheduled. I'm not seeing a date for that quite yet. I might just be blind. Ultimately, that's a likely thing to be the case. But yeah, so they are like this is like part of a bigger, higher agenda, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so I'm like cool with it. I just I don't know. I don't love uh Ozaki. Like I think Ozaki versus like Sakakurara was a match I was very low on. I know you're a big Sakakurara fan,
Oh,
but
I love that match.
see, I thought it lacked so many of like Ozaki's best traits and was just very bare bones, which I don't care to see
Yeah.
much from Ozaki these days, personally. And I have my opinions on Sakakura as well, but we don't have to get into that. I thought she did well enough in that match, but I felt like it was a bit too bare bones. And so I worry that with Natsuko is somebody who is very down to do shit. And I fear that we're not getting the most out of that specific pairing by doing in Stardom, but we'll see. I mean, maybe they bloody each other up
It,
and it's crazy, and I love it.
imagine if that singles match leads to a bigger match on a Oz Academy show that is unit versus unit, like Oz Academy versus Hate, and it's in the cage.
See that's possible. I would like that. I would fuck with that.
That
And
that would be
I wouldn't be
so cool.
surprised if that does end up being the case or something like it. I fear that this is all leading to just Saya facing Ozaki because
Ah,
everything leads to a Saya Kamatai singles match where she and wins, and it's like, like that's where I'm like, this could be like Natsuko's thing, so that's why I'm a bit hesitant on them doing it in 3 weeks in Stardom instead of Oz. But like you said, it will lead to something. I agree. I'm not shitting on it yet. I'm just hesitant because I think this could be great, but the atmosphere uh could not live up to what it could be if it wasn't in Oz Academy. But we'll see.
it's a good semi-main under Amisore versus 5-star winner versus Sai Komitani.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. No, I agree. And that I don't even know if it was Summer Main. They'll probably have a kid defense as well. But yeah,
Yeah, probably.
but yeah, I think it like Natsuko's impressed me a lot the past couple months, and she usually delivers in like bigger special singles match type things. You look at the Michael one, obviously that was a hardcore, so can't be for sure. But she has a tendency to kind of rise to the occasion and do something amazing, much like Ezekiel Jackson. So we will see how that goes. But without further ado, I guess we should probably get to what everybody's here for is the 5-star Grand Prix 2025. We watched the last 2 days of block competition. The first was in Yokohama Budokan. That venue, I don't have the official attendance with me until I do because I'm on my phone checking it really quickly. Had 1,293 fans in attendance. Not a terrible number, but not like an insane number, I would say, for Yokohama Budokan. I mean, there have been better, but it's like I think it was good enough. I mean, 1,200 is nothing to sneeze at, regardless. Uh, and also, it's block competition still. I'm looking at it. I feel like they very realistically could outpace this for the playoffs that's coming up in 2 days or tonight, whenever you're listening to this, um, in Korakuen. Even though that is a nighter during a weekday, I think that could be around the same number because that is a more vital card. I think maybe they wanted a bit more from Sari Momo, but otherwise this card was pretty tame. So I'm not surprised by them not hitting like 1500 or anything like that.
Yeah. I like the number. The number is what I kind of expect from Yokohama Budokan pretty much always. This is
around 12, 13. Yeah.
yeah, that venue always gets like around there. I don't remember what the capacity is in Yokohama Budokan.
I think it's exactly 3,000. Like I think that's the exact. Like I think it's like, because I mean I'm looking at it. New Japan just ran 2,500 in it for the G1 last week.
Yeah, New Japan did.
Yeah, New Japan
sometime.
did. And you know, Stardom earlier this year only did 1,000. That was for opening day of Cinderella, so that's not very surprising. Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's one of the lesser dates this year in Yokohama Budokan, lesser numbers, I should say. But I don't think it's anything to sneeze at necessarily. But getting to the actual results, Natsupoi defeated Rian. Rian ended the tournament, or no, she had an arm match. Never mind. I'll be quiet. Defeated Rian in 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Oh, this was good. I thought this was another solid match from Rian's tournament. Nothing insane, I would say. I mean, it was an opening match. It was 7 minutes. But I've enjoyed Rian's tournament. I think she's done well enough for me to note that she's done well. And that's all I could really ask for from her specifically.
This tournament made me into a Rion fan.
Same.
I didn't really care that much about her before this, and now I finally like someone in EXE. So nice, congrats.
Well, yeah, Xena doesn't exist anymore, so me too. I miss her so much. I was just talking to Peps about Xena. I was like, man, I need her to come back, but it's since we haven't heard anything, I'm a bit concerned about that.
Daga failed Velke. Okay, Daga didn't listen to Velke. But yeah, I thought Poi versus Rion was very good. Rion's entire tournament has been just so good.
Yeah, she felt like she brought what she needed to the tournament, which I think is what is lacking in a lot of even some of the top talents in this tournament, is that it didn't feel like they brought much intensity or care to the tournament, frankly. And Rian did. She brought both of those things in spades. So yeah, shout out to Rian. I thought this match was good, and I thought her final match on the next day was also good. But
Oh yeah.
a match that I didn't think was good, unfortunately. Momo Kogo defeated Hina in 7 minutes and 29 seconds. This was Momo Kogo's first victory and her only victory of the 5-star Grand Prix. I was hoping Hina was going to bring Momo Kogo to a good match, but unfortunately Momo Kogo brought Hina down to a bad one. I didn't think it was like I saw some people saying it was like really bad. I saw some people saying, oh, it was good. People are being. I think it was subpar. I thought it was mediocre. It felt like they weren't on the same page for a lot of it, and the parts that they were on the same page, it wasn't particularly, inspiring or interesting. So that was a bit of a bummer because, as I've said, I've really liked Tina's tournament. I think she's another very consistent wrestler in this tournament that I have particularly really liked. Outside of this match, pretty much, I think this match was her weakest and probably the only weak point of Hina's tournament for me personally, because yeah, it was a bit of a bummer, I'll say.
Yeah, this was nothing. Anyone doubting Hina's carrying capacity, they will shut up after the match she had the night after. You know.
Exactly. That's actually exactly how I felt. I felt very similarly. Next match, Sari Ano defeated Yuri Hime. I don't remember if I liked this actually, because I know Yuri Hime had some good
I did
matches in
not.
the tournament. I don't think this was one of them. I should probably be like checking my match guide because these
I
matches
did
start
not
to
like
blend
this
together,
match.
folks. I'm not gonna lie, the matches start to blend together a little bit. This match I was indifferent about. Yeah, it was fine. I thought it was fine.
I felt like this was so much longer than it was.
That
I
was
thought,
yeah.
I thought this match went like 8 minutes, and I thought Poi versus Rion went 5 minutes. So in my Poi versus Rion notes, I should have given more time from the Anu match to this, but then I realized now that Poi
Ano,
versus Rion was
Ano
longer.
yeah, Ano Yuria went 6 minutes 41 seconds. I like Yuri Hime. Oh, I liked some of this match. I liked some of the technical stuff. I think Yuri Hime is she has a good ground game, shockingly, and she boots people. So that's like what I want in a wrestler. Like that's my taste, frankly. So I didn't think she did actively poorly, but yeah, it fell a bit longer. And on a card this long, that kind of really detracts from a match. Um, but yeah, it was fine in my book. A little bit better than fine. I thought it was pretty solid. But I get where you're coming from, where it's like, some of these matches could have gone a bit shorter, even though this one was only 6 minutes. So don't really know where you trim the time from technically, but
Oh,
you know.
bye.
A match that was incredibly short. Miyu Amasaki defeats Ruaka 3 minutes and 23 seconds. I think this was my first the first Ruaka match that I didn't like on this tournament. Yeah, this wasn't good. Miyu's had a
Yeah,
rough tournament, unfortunately.
dude, I I don't understand.
I don't
This
know
is
what happened.
like in the past year is the first time where I finally started to like her because of her movement and stuff. And then this tournament happened, and she's just not good. Like the
No,
tournament is not a good tournament for her.
she's been bad. Like, and I've always been a Amasaki defender, a Kevin defender, if you will. Um, but yeah, she just really has not risen to any of the occasions that you would want her to. I struggle to remember a notably good match of hers. Her and Ida, but Ida, like Ida could have a good match with a fucking broom. Like, like that's the problem. Is that the only notably good match from this tournament for Miyu Amasaki was against Ida, and everybody had a good match with Ida. Like that was the through line. So this match wasn't good. It was only 3 minutes, so it wasn't like actively like excruciating or anything like that. It was fine, but it wasn't. Um,
Like,
it
this
was
wasn't
subpar for sure.
Bocilla versus Miyu bad because that was bad.
That was, yeah.
Bocilla,
No, I would agree.
like me and Velke, when we watched Bocilla versus Miyu, we felt like Miyu wanted to retire after that match. The way she walked away, like it looked on her face like she had just discovered that there was big wrestlers in wrestling, and she didn't like that.
Yeah, that was you're not wrong. That was pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know. Weird match.
Yeah,
That one. But this match was just it wasn't even weird. It was just
it was
whatever.
short.
Yeah, short, not sweet, a little bitter, but that's all I could say about that. Next up, Saida defeated Aya Sakura in 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Um, I like this match. I think this is one of my favorite matches of the night, just kind of by default. Um, just because I really, like I said, Ida stood out to me uh, on the undercard, I should say, because the last three matches were,
How sick wasn't it when she chopped away the kick?
dude, like that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like I said, Ida just has brought the best out of everyone in her block. I didn't think her block, even though I expected Blue A to be good, to be the most interesting. I didn't think the block ended up being particularly great, but I thought Ida, in spite of that, did great with everybody that she was given, including Aya Sakura here. Aya Sakura, another wrestler, don't think did super great in the tournament, but Ida was here to match her abilities and really level up the match. You know what I mean? Because yeah, this is definitely my favorite match from the undercard of the show until the last three matches because I thought it had a real like notable uh, standard to it. That yeah, like you said, like just the kick versus arm, like that's one of my favorite fucking gimmicks ever. You know what I mean? Like I just love that. Like that's a classic, uh, you know, classic face off, and I thought they did a great job of doing that in a very simple, very effective match here. Like I said, only 8 minutes, but it got the job done quite well. Um, any other things to say about Ida and Aya that we won't say a little bit later?
Oh, Ida has had a great tournament. I'm so happy she's now at this level, and I will have more to say about her on the next show.
Yep.
Uh,
Next up, Waka Tsukiyama defeated Azusa Inaba in 48 seconds. I'm enjoying Waka in her sub-minute matches, or sub 2-minute matches at least. I've quite enjoyed that. That's kind of her role, and that she's really gone with it. Can't say much about this match because it was 48 seconds. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a particularly like insane 48 seconds. Obviously, we've seen Azusa is able to wrestle very fast, which I think is a good thing to have in your pocket. So she did well in this sort of match, but again, it was 48 seconds.
this was Waka's first win. She
Yes.
has lost in short fashion to pretty much everyone except for Yuna for some reason. But like it was so funny when she won because her reaction kind of sold it like she thought she had lost.
Yeah. Yeah, she was
It
like,
was,
she hears the bell ring. She's like, "Oh, I lost. Wait, what?
it
I
was
didn't
it
know
was
that.
pretty
I didn't know I could win matches. That's crazy." Yeah, no, I thought
it
that
was
was
pretty
great.
funny.
No, that's true. Like I said, I appreciate 2/3 of EXV in this tournament quite a lot.
Yeah. I still I
Um,
still don't like the unit, but yeah,
oh, bad unit. Don't get me wrong, not good.
no,
They should disband. But I mean, the E and the V are gone. It's just Nexus.
yeah.
It's just Nexus. We are one. But
Did Asusa have a match on the second night? Let me check.
sorry, what do you say?
Asusa, did she have a match on the second night?
No, this was her last tournament match.
Okay. Great tournament. Amazing tournament for Asusa Inaba. I mean, she's a very good wrestler who I've always been a fan of, but I think she just applied herself very well into this uh, tournament.
I think
She
she
made everyone look good, and she also had so many good performances.
I think she inherited a rough tournament, because the block for me, because I wasn't as big of a fan of hers in this tournament specifically. I think she inherited a rough tournament. I don't think the block was really accustomed to her style, and like I think the May Sarah match was really, really, really good. I liked the Kamatani match a lot as well. But other than that, it felt like they weren't giving her the best. The matches that she could really shine the most in, unfortunately. But I would agree that she did good for what she could. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm.
I think maybe it's just the B match and the Lady C match that were just kind of like ugh, and those kind of
I
like pain.
liked the Lady C match though. I thought that was fun.
I wasn't a fan of it as far as I remember. Uh,
It, it,
though
like
these things do blend together. Don't
and
forget.
I also really did like to watch the B Priestley match just because it was so funny to see a 17-year-old out wrestle
Okay, yeah, that's
B
true.
Priestley.
That was crazy too, because that was really bad. That was B's worst match, and I was like,
Yeah,
how are you letting this happen? What's happening right now? But I don't think that was the worst match of the tournament. That'll come up in a few minutes. Speaking of B Priestley, though, Lady C lost B Priestley in 8 minutes and 36 seconds. I thought this wasn't good. Um, Bit of a slog.
minutes, man.
8 minutes. Not the longest feeling match of the show. But if you're watching each of these matches in twos, this match and the next match might make you never want to watch wrestling again. So bit difficult, but yeah, I didn't think this. I think this match in hindsight looks much better after I have watched the match that came after it. I think that's my take. Because like I remember watching this match and being like, oh, that wasn't good. But I think I hated the match after it so much that it just felt like, oh, that was the the rough match that led into the even worse match type of thing. So good on them for not being as bad as Hanako versus Konami. That's my take on Lady C versus B Priestley.
Yeah,
How do you
I
feel?
don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
Just,
Next up, we unfortunately saw Konami defeat Hanako. Not unfortunate that Konami won. Konami defeat Hanako in 12 minutes 15 seconds. This match deeply frustrated me because I felt like I did see Konami put in some decent work, but Hanako was just so bad at everything in this match particularly that it really upset me.
I don't. I don't think I've ever seen. I just have to say this. I don't think I've ever seen someone have such a great opening night and then coast through their entire tournament after it, like Konami has done
It's
this year.
impressive. It's impressive.
I have seen a lot of round robin tournaments. I have never seen someone do that. Never.
I've seen people like show up for the last night. You know what I mean? Great Okan loves to do that. Great Okan
Yeah.
loves to show up like 7 days in, maybe 12 days in. He just shows up for one night and is chilled the rest. Very rare that you see the opening night and it's like it's all downhill from here.
Just
This match was
coasting.
bad. This match wasn't good. I think this was legitimately my least favorite match of the tournament. Because like I said, like I could see Konami like putting in a little bit more effort. Like she put more effort in here than like against Momo. But Hanako was just so bad. Like, and it just did not click even a little bit. That it was just an abysmal match. It felt like it was 25 minutes long. I was so annoyed. Oh man. I think this match not only made Lady CB Priestley look better, it also made Hina look like a fucking $1,000,000 the next day.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
she proved that it is possible. I mean, obviously, I thought Momo versus Hanako was good. That's the only other Hanako match I liked in the tournament, personally. But yeah, no, this match just really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. It put the stank on the next match even. Like I was annoyed coming out of this match that I don't think I appreciated the next match enough. But yeah, do you have? I've been a bit just shitting on it. Do you have any unique thoughts compared to my?
Konami
It
versus
was bad.
Hanako. It made
Yeah.
me. It made me turn off the show for like 2 hours or something, and then
Yeah,
come back
like
and
I don't
finish it.
know. Doing this one
Because
during
I
work.
watched it.
Go on.
Yeah, I watched the VOD, so
Same.
I I watched these two matches back to back, and I was like, okay, I need a break. I need to go and like get some blood pumping. It's like
Yeah, it was just. Oh man, it was
just
not
so
pleasant.
boring.
Yeah. That was rough. But the next match was not as rough. It was Tomoka Inaba defeating Natsuko Tora, eliminating her from the tournament in 12 minutes and 46 seconds. Two good tournaments here. I think Tomoka had a really good tournament. I think Natsuko had a really good tournament. I thought the match itself was, good. I didn't think it was anything special, but I did think it was a good outing, and maybe it was a bit underwhelming for how good Natsuko has been this tournament, frankly. But generally, I was happy with what I got here. Um, yeah, how did you feel about it?
Omega has been such a threat this tournament.
Yeah,
It's very cool. I love that she made Tora tap out. Second person to tap out Tora this tournament, I think, if I'm correct. And of course, targeting the I think it was the knee that she injured back in back
yes,
against Utami.
yeah.
So it's cool that is still like a way to protect Tora is to attack because
She has a weak
any
spot.
other that's a kryptonite,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think that is a very cool thing, and them always reminding us about that is very cool.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
agree.
and yeah, I don't think Inaba has ever looked this like she has been protected in Stardom and stuff, but she has never looked this much like a like threat for one of the belts. I feel like her versus Starlight Kid, which is probably the first white belt match after this tournament,
Yeah.
will probably be pretty hot, because I think they have made a great job of building her up as someone that can take the title from her. Not that she will.
Yeah, I strongly believe that Tomoka should be the next one to challenge Kid. She won't win, but I do think that would be the best for everybody involved, because that is a match that I am super interested in. I think that they have a lot to do there, and I really liked Tomoka's tournament. Hot take, obviously, but I I thought that she was really good. I say everything's a hot take because half the time I mean it ironically, and half the time I mean it literally. So everything is a hot take. But yeah, Tomoka did really well, and Natsuko did well here. Did well in the rest of the tournament. Natsuko, one of my favorite wrestlers in this tournament. I did the math, so to speak, and I realized that Natsuko just like a top 5 wrestler in the tournament for me. She just did so well. She entertained me every time she went out there. Felt like it was something new every time she went out there. Maybe that's why this match didn't hit for me, is because it felt like it was the first time it felt a bit samey for Natsuko. But even then, it's like it was samey to good stuff, so it wasn't like it was anything bad about it. So yeah, really liked the match. Really liked Natsuko's tournament, and that is all for that. The next match, this is when it starts into the big stuff, the triple main event, so to speak. Rina faced Starlight Kid in a 15-minute time limit draw. I believe this is what sent Azumi into the playoffs officially, or maybe it was the last match that officially set her into the playoffs. But at this point, Azumi was through in some way, at least. And yeah, Rina, Starlight Kid, time of a draw. Really liked it. Hard not to compare it to their like match of the year contender earlier
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
And obviously it was much weaker than that, but I still thought that like for what they were going for, some of the spots were really cool and really inventive, really new. And it just told me that I'm ready for more of this feud, which is always a good thing from a match. You know, I mean, especially Starlight Kid match. 'Cause Starlight Kid, she tends to do matches to death, Loki. Tell me 4 years ago that I would never want to see an Azumi Starlight Kid match again, and I'd tell you were crazy. But that's where I'm at. Same with like a Kid Natsupoi, right? Like they tend to book her, and this is Rossi and the new regime tend to book her in the same match over and over again. Uh, so second match of like this era of Rina for her versus Starlight Kid, and I'm still wanting more. And I think that's a good sign for their feud for the next while, because obviously they're going to revisit this sooner rather than later, I would say. So really like this. Again, not as good as their match of the year candidate earlier this year, but it showed me enough to where I want to see more, and I'm excited to see more from the two of them. How do you feel?
Love that Rina got the visual pin. That
Yeah.
was very cool. I am ready. I've like I want to see this again, of course. I did not think it was as good as their last match, of course, or like the white belt match. Um, I will say I'm so ready for Rina to turn babyface. I I need it badly. I think she has outgrown this character. Like I like her. Like she will be able to make this entertaining forever, but I think she's in a rut if she continues with this or until next year's tournament as well.
It's an interesting take. I haven't really thought about it much. Um, I mean, I have, but I haven't, because like my take was always that Ruaka is the next leader of Oedo Tai / Hate now.
Yeah.
Because Ruaka fits the mold. But with Saya Kamatani coming in, it feels like Rina is going to take Saya's role long term. Because I don't think Saya stays a heel, obviously. She's barely a heel as it is. She's just annoying like one. But so I think while I can agree and I get where you're coming from, I don't know if that will end up happening as much as Rina being like the cool, pretty, like badass like type. Very Hana-esque, obviously. Like I think that is obviously what the bigger inspiration is overall for Arena. But I think she will fill more into a Saya Kamatani slot than I think she'll ever turn babyface, or maybe not ever turn babyface, but then she'll turn babyface anytime soon. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know where she would fit in with her sister specifically, because unless they are going to do the trio, which obviously the sisters have always talked about wanting to do, um, I don't know where she would fit in. Like I said, she would need to start her own faction, or she'd need to like lead Neo Genesis, which I just don't think works for the ecosystem. So it becomes a bit difficult. Maybe,
I just wonder with Hanan,
yeah, I would love. Like that's where I'm at. I would love like the three sisters. 10 years ago, not literally, but
yeah,
almost like 7 years ago, talked about how all three of them want the artist belts. That's their thing. That's their goal. Obviously, they have other goals, but you know, that was what they, that's what they envisioned, is the three of them as artist champions. So I would really like to see that come to fruition. Um, I don't know if it happens within the next, not win the belts, but I don't know if that reunion happens within the next 12 months or
yeah.
not. Um, I think
I
more
don't know.
likely than her turning face is her like jumping to Suzu type of thing.
Yeah,
Be a different type of heel, so to speak. But interesting topic, because I haven't really thought about it much.
it's just
To be
something
honest.
that I've been really craving this year.
Mm,
Is some
I get it.
like
I get
because
it. I mean,
because now she has finally reached a point where everyone knows she's a great wrestler.
mm. Yeah, she
Like
can't just be like a brat forever. You know what I mean?
yeah, and like she's starting to be people's like circle on when they look at matches during the 5-star, they will circle like, oh, Rena versus that person.
Mm,
So I look at then that she has played the same character now for since 2021, since 2020 actually. Um, so yeah,
yeah. No, I get what you mean there. And like I said, I always felt like Ruaka was the one destined for like top dog
yeah,
of the heel faction. So I have always wondered what that means for Rena. And I think, like I said, Sai kind of painted out a path for her, but it could be a completely different path, which I'm also down for. But yeah, thought the match was really, really good. And I guess we can move on to the semi-main event. It was Sai Kamatani defeating Mei Sarah in 11 minutes 48 seconds. I really like this. Mei Sarah, my
yeah.
dog for real. Mei Sarah's my dog for real. I mean, like,
This like finally, this I have to say, finally a underscore great Saya match this tournament.
oh yeah, this was. I mean, like, not only do I think Saya had a pretty lackluster tournament, I'm obviously not the biggest Saya fan in general. So this match
Yeah,
was a breath of fresh air for me as someone who has been watching the Saya tournament, because yeah, I think that this match and I like the Hanan match, but I think this match was definitely her best of the tournament. Um, I mean, Mei
yeah,
Sarah's just
but
so good,
the Hanan
frankly.
match, the Hanan match was good, but this was like
Yeah, a
actually
step
like
above.
must watch.
Hmm.
Um, I will say though, if after this tournament, if I see one more crowd bowling spot in Stardom, I will be
Oh,
instantly
see,
giving it a quarter minus quarter by default.
I've become desensitized to that because I watched last year. I watched one of the 5-star shows, and it had four
Yeah,
hate matches in a row, 5 hate matches in a row. Uh, and every single one of them had them get thrown into chairs at the same point in the match. Like it was 3 minutes in every single match, and I was watching it with Xavi and Scott, and Xavi pointed it out in the second match, and by the end, I was just like, "This, what are we doing?" And I noticed that last year about how prevalent and annoying that is. So at this point, it's like if you asked me if there was a crowd throw, like a throw into the chair spot in this match, I couldn't tell you. I think I
I
just
think-
blanked out. I black out during them.
I think I'm getting desensitized to them as well, because I did when I watched Marigold later, Mirai versus Nagisa, they did like 5, and I was like sitting there like, I've seen
I mean,
this.
to be fair, I think in that match, the Nozaki, like them just being like, I don't want to fight you inside the ring. I want to fight you with the
Yeah.
corner post and with the chairs. Fuck the ring. And I thought that was at least like there was a method to the madness. There was a point to the madness, even if it was a bit underwhelming for the two of them. We'll talk about that later. So at least there was that, but I feel like every match it's like, okay, now we gotta go outside and throw you into the chairs so that Sai can go inside and do the sitting on the chair thing. 'Cause I
Yeah,
reckon,
and so the chicken Aura farm.
or if yeah, exactly. Just gotta happen. But yeah, I thought the match was very, very good. Loved
May
Sarah.
Sarah. Just
I
like,
can't say no.
why does she not get white and red belt matches? You know, she is so on that level.
It's yeah. I mean, like she's had some. I mean, they had to nerf her, bro. They nerfed her belt so that she wouldn't be the wrestler of the year. They said we're taking away all. We're putting rules on it. You're not never defending it. Fuck you. And that was it. And so May Sarah has had to wait to shine, to show out until this tournament, and I think she has. I think she's been the strongest wrestler in her block, um, by a pretty decent margin.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I've been super proud of what she's been able to do. Go on.
Was it just the lightning in this building, or was May's hair darker in this match compared to the other matches?
That's a good question. Was it May that I noticed that about? I don't know. I have no idea actually.
I noticed it with May Sarah, and I thought it was weird.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about because yeah, like I had to look at a picture of her to remember what her hair color is currently. But no, I get what you mean. Um, it's always those small things that you notice when you're beginning to black out from watching 105 matches.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, very good match. And then the main event, Sari defeated Momo Watanabe. Why did I say it like that? Defeated Momo Watanabe in 12 minutes and 29 seconds. Yeah. We both, let me preface, we both big believers in Momo Watanabe, long time believers in Momo Watanabe.
Yeah. Yeah.
know,
I'm a falter, but yes, I
yeah, I
do
mean,
believe.
you know me. You think you
Yeah.
falter. Um, I've threatened to quit this show. I've threatened to quit watching wrestling over my my faltering with fucking Momo Watanabe. So I know I've been there. Um, this match wasn't bad. It was very good. In fact, it was pretty good.
They did great bombs.
Yeah. Um, but it felt like neither of them were at their best here. I felt like I felt a sense of apathy from Saori, which is maybe just her trying to figure out what like the heel Saori is right now. Is like she's we'll talk about it in a little bit, but kind of like Maria, where like Maria as a heel is like, oh, I just never care at all. And that has resulted in some weaker matches from Maria. But I don't think Saori's like there. Like she isn't like, oh, I don't care, because obviously like her entire character is how much she cares about everything all the time, and she's very aggressive in her caring about things. But I felt like maybe Saori was like taking like a step back to try to be a bit more heelish. I didn't think Momo was particularly great here either. I thought the match itself like became great, like not great, became very good naturally, because they both have a their sixth sense is wrestling, so they kind of just like naturally led them to a good match, but definitely weaker than you would want
Uh,
from the match you circle
yes.
for the tournament. Go on.
Sorry, did have Aura back though. The theme was
Yes.
not muted.
Yes, that's true.
So,
Oh man, I've hated that
it's
she comes
ruined the
out,
tournament.
no jacket, no music. I'm just like, dude, where's the sauce? I need fucking sauce. What are we gonna do with no
Uh,
sauce?
but yeah, I like this. This was like not what we wanted, but it was good. It was not great, but it was pretty good, and I think I'm ready to call out the people who said that this was going to be better than her Dream run last year.
Wait, then what?
That this was going to be better than the Dreamstar run because
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't.
the, the Dreamstar run last year was much better than this tournament.
Oh yeah, I mean, the only match that I would say even like comes close is the Suzu one, which I
Yeah,
thought was very good.
yeah,
Even
that's
the
the
Konami, I mean, I guess the Konami one to some degree as well, but like really, it's like the Suzu one was the only one that even came close to the best stuff she did last year, frankly.
yeah.
And yeah, this
Well,
you wanted this match.
in the Dreamstar GP specifically is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I get
Yeah.
what you mean.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the tournament isn't over yet though, so maybe
No,
too early to say. But
true. That's true. That's true. And yeah, the match ended with Momo Watanabe doing two or three miscommunication spots in a row and then
yeah,
losing. Are
yep.
we ever? I don't want to talk about it.
No, it's not happening.
That was that show. It wasn't particularly good. The last three matches were all notably good, as was Ida and Aya. But otherwise, pretty skippable stuff. Rion and Natsupoi as well deserve some love, but otherwise pretty show for the biggest crowd of the tournament since the first day. But yeah, I believe the biggest crowd of the tournament. But that leads us on to day 11, the final day of in-block competition. That happened in Hamamatsu, Shizuoka, with a crowd of 1,045 in attendance. Great number for Hamamatsu as well. But let's just get right into it because it's already taken a long time and we have plenty to talk about still. Saya Ida defeated Yuri Hime in 7 minutes and 42 seconds. I really, maybe really is a strong word. I like this match quite a bit.
It's Uriel's best match so far for me.
I really liked her and Ami, but I think this would be a second. I remember notably liking Yuria and Ami quite a bit. Yeah, I'm a bigger Yuria guy than a lot of people, though. But I thought this was very good because Ida is very good. And obviously, Ida cares a lot about Yurihime. She is her personal young girl, so to speak. She is now in Stars coming out of this match. She officially made it into a faction as a result of her performance.
More
Very
people in
happy
the
for that.
faction.
Yeah. Another person
I-
for Hazuki to fucking hate, I guess.
I hate that they still use the star's name.
It doesn't make much sense. I feel like I don't know. That's a whole nother discussion though with the Hanan thing.
Yeah.
Wait,
We'll
I feel
not
like
get into
Hanan could use a her own gimmick. I think because it's not really there yet. But very quite a good match. Liked it. Next up, it was Tomoka Inaba defeating Rian 7 minutes and 43 seconds. Damn, almost to the second, the same match time as the first one. That's wild. Good match. Poor Rian. Probably in hindsight, because she was very good in this tournament. Don't know where that win would have came from, but I wish she got it. That's pretty much my only take. Yeah, that's.
Let's just move on.
Yep. Wakasukiyama pulls the upset, kind of, not really. Defeats Lady C in 6 minutes and 39 seconds. This match went over 5 minutes, so it wasn't particularly good. That was a bit mean, but I've really liked Waka under 5 minutes in this tournament. So the second she went 6 minutes, I was like, we could have kept it Could have kept it under 5. I'm not gonna lie, but good for Waka getting 4. Lady C ends at 4 as well. Can't complain too badly, I would say.
Survived.
Yeah.
It was just that.
Yeah, pretty much. Next match, Aya Sakura defeated Miyu Amasaki 3 minutes 59 seconds. This was also fine. Probably step up from Lady C Waka, but not a big one. Is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Why did
And
Waka and Lady C get 6 and this get 4?
that's what I'm saying. Like that is one thing you got to ask yourself. Miyu Amasaki, as much as we said she didn't really do well in this tournament, she didn't have a lot of great chances.
Yeah.
Like they gave the Bozoa match time, unfortunately. But
I think she regrets that, but yeah.
yeah, they gave the Ano match. They didn't really give the Ano match that much time, and that was a solid match. But like
the Ida match got time, but that was in their hometown.
yeah, that was her best match. That was really good. So,
the
yeah.
Ano match was my favorite match of Amasaki's, but yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That wasn't our good match. Like that's what I mean. The Ano one wasn't what I was talking about. I was thinking of a different match. I was thinking of Aya and Ano, which got time. But no, I thought Miyu had a couple of like standout matches, but she didn't really get many opportunities to do much.
It's only against Anu and Ida, and I guess against Busela. Whatever.
Yeah, and Aya ends on 4, Amasaki ends on 6. Makes sense for their placement. Sari defeated Momokogo in 6 minutes 28 seconds. This means Sari ends at 11 points, topping her block. I thought this match was good. Thank God for Momokogo having at least.
Is it weird to say? Is it weird to say that this is it's not the best Sari match of the tournament, but this is the one I had the most fun watching.
Just because she killed her?
Yeah, it was just murder.
Yeah. No, I thought it was like a
Sorry, she didn't even come out with the belt. Like she was just mad.
That's what I mean. Like there's like a certain level of like God, why the fuck do I gotta be here right now? From Sari in this tournament that I do think has been at the very least like funny and interesting, even if it has led to a different style of tournament than say the Dreamstar last year, like we alluded to earlier. Next up, perhaps the most impressive match of the night. Hina defeated Hanako in 7 minutes and 53 seconds in a good match.
Yeah. in a shockingly good match
Yeah.
for Hanako.
Like not like insane. Like it wasn't
No.
like Hina had much better.
Yes.
Hina had much better matches in the tournament. But good. Like I mean for me, I would say Hanako had a good match with Hina and had a good match with Momo. Other than that, I wouldn't say any of her matches were good. Even the Sari one I felt like was the worst Sari match I've seen in a long time. Singles match at least. So it's like, hey.
I do not like Hanako.
Yeah, me neither.
It's yeah. Has he not done the splash that she? Is that a thing she does?
That's her finish now for the future
Okay.
belt. When she wins future matches, she hits the low down splash.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just the low down. I was trying to figure out if there was any wrestler that like does a more popular version of it than D'Lo Brown, but yeah. So she does the lowdown, and yeah, I thought this match was quite good. Ends Hina's tournament off strong, shockingly, with a win as well. I'm happy to see that. Yeah, no, I was like I said, I was happy with this match because I wasn't expecting a good match. Like I was expecting Hina to have to like she had a really good start to the tournament. I expected it to kind of go downhill with Momokogo and then Hanako, but it just went downhill with Momokogo. Hanako was fine. It was a good match.
No.
Happy to say that. Next match was Suzuki defeating Rana Yagami in 7 minutes 28 seconds. This meant that Suzu advanced to the playoffs as well. I don't remember a single thing about this match. I can't lie.
No, it was so nothing. I do not remember anything.
Like I don't think it was bad. Like it was fine as far like I have it rated at 5.5, which is obviously a 275. But yeah, I mean, I've got nothing. I'm not gonna lie. Next up, sorry, like I literally don't remember. Next up was Unimon and Hanan. Hanan defeated Unimizumori in 6 minutes and 44 seconds. This put Hanan into the playoffs officially. It was just a matter of if she got in at 2 or if she got in at 3, because B. Priestley wrestled later in the night. And yeah, another match that I was underwhelmed by. I like both of them. I felt like this could have been good, but I didn't think it was anything special. Which is kind of the story of Hanan and Unimon's tournaments, unfortunately. Two wrestlers that I do respect and quite like, and think stylistically are really good, and have good fundies and all that good jazz, but just haven't clicked for me in this tournament. They didn't click against each other either.
Yeah.
So didn't think it was bad. Again, like I didn't think it was bad, but it wasn't anything particularly remarkable, which I would have wanted more from Hanan going into this playoff run, but you know, we'll see how that goes with her versus Zumi
I
coming up.
I don't understand why this didn't hit. Like
Yeah,
it didn't have the intensity that I was kind of hoping it would. It kind of was just like, yeah, we know.
means to an end wrestling. Yeah,
Uh,
which I think I've criticized. I think that's kind of Hanan's thing in this tournament. That was the problem. More so, like I think Unimon just like certain things just didn't work out. But with Hanan, it felt like a lot of her matches felt like they were means to an end, and that there
yeah,
wasn't. She was just like, well, once this match is over, then I get to move on to, and then I get to move on to like the things that actually matter. And this doesn't matter. Let's just get through it. Which sometimes wrestlers do, but sometimes they do it and it's noticeable. And it felt a bit
yeah.
noticeable with Hanan. Unfortunately, outside of, like I said, there were a few matches for her, but you know, it is what it is. Next up was Sakakura defeating Azumi in 9 minutes. I thought this match was good. I
Oh,
like this match.
this was so good.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. Sakakura shutting me up at least for the summer.
Yeah.
She had a good tournament. I've been really
He had
happy
a
with her.
great tournament. A
Yeah,
great
a great
tournament.
tournament. A great tournament. You know, I think she ended for me in both metrics. She ended in the top 8. Because I have a consistency metric and I have a heights metric, and she had the consistency and she had the heights of like the Natsuko match specifically. And I know you were a big fan of the Starlight Kid match as well, which I thought was quite good as well. So yeah,
I
Sakura
mhm.
shined. I want to keep
I
going, but I know. Go on.
until this match, I was ready to say something I have never said about in the future. Because before this match, I was ready to give her the LVP of her block.
Azumi?
Yeah. I have been so disappointed with
Wait,
Asumi this tournament.
where is Azumi for me? Uh, okay, that's crazy. I don't think I should say these things out loud, actually. She's above Rian for me, but just
Yeah,
based on her ceiling. You know what I mean? Like
I,
she has a higher ability ceiling than Rian does, frankly. But Rian was a more consistent wrestler, a more
yeah,
consistently interesting. Like, damn, oh fuck, I hate that you're not wrong. I hate that that
yeah.
take makes sense.
I
Fuck,
it was,
man.
and that's the first time ever for me because Asumi has always been a high the five. But then this match happened, and this match was finally a great Asumi match and a great Sayaka match, of course. This felt like the most high speed any of the Asumi uh, did in this
Oh yeah,
tournament.
definitely.
Uh,
Which is
I
wild.
I
She's a
always
high
love
speed block. Go on.
I always love when I get to see new people showcase their high speed
Mhm.
strengths. Sayaka really showcased her. high speed starts here. And yeah, everything like when Osmi catched the spear and went into the up, I lost my mind.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Like I thought they really clicked here, which I was really happy about. And yeah, you just absolutely gutted me by the realization that like I didn't love Natsupoi's tournament. But she's had a consistency to her. Even
Yeah.
if I thought that Natsupoi had a bland tournament, she had a consistently high output. I don't think Azumi was as consistently high of an output uh, as Natsupoi, even if I was a bit more interested in some of her matches than Natsupoi's were. Uh, but yeah, that's rough, man. Like I'm bummed now. But yeah, no, I thought the match was really really good. So I was happy that this was
Oh,
because
so
I looked at you look at before the tournament starts, you look at Sakakura versus Azumi last night. Sakakura is going to upset her. Felt obvious. Didn't think Azumi was going to get through, but I knew Kurara was going to upset her. And you look at it, and I was just like, oh, that kind of stinks. But after watching the tournament, Kurara earned it. You know,
Yep.
she ate her shit. You know, she uh,
she
delivered good
survived.
matches. She
She
ate her
survived Tora.
bullshit. Yeah, she just like really like I think Sakakura like deserved that crowning moment. She only got to what 4 points? Did she
Yeah.
end on? Yeah, she only got to 4 points, but I felt like you always look for in tournaments. You always want meaningful wins and meaningful losses. Sakakura is like the definition of meaningful
Yes.
wins and meaningful losses because
So
that loss to Natsuko meant more to me as someone who hasn't been a fan of Sakakura. It did more for me to buy into her than if she had won that match.
that is
And go on.
that was started with me with the Starlight Kid match on the show before,
Okay.
which until this match was my match of the tournament.
Really, you have this match as your match of the tournament? That's wild.
Yes.
I thought the match was very good, but that's impressive.
But the thing is, like, the Starlight Kid match was like the work showcase of Sayaka, where she finally was against someone that wasn't like Rina, where her best matches up until that for me has been against Rina in the semi-final, and it was the first time when I kind of saw, oh, okay, she's kind of ready to be in kind of bigger matches, because I didn't feel she was ready when that match happened. Because that match, I thought I watched and I was like, this was not, you were not ready for this. And
Yeah,
then
no.
against Kid, I saw Starlight Kid be, for the first time ever, a veteran. It felt like, for the first time ever, she felt like Mayu. For the first time ever, for me, she felt like Mayu against Sayaka. And I think that is why I love that match so much. It reminded me so much of 2018 Tom versus Mayu. You know, kind of proving yourself moment. And I, and like that was Sayaka's tournament. After that, Tora was like the crowd brawling heelish side of that match, and then Tomagov was like a pretty cool mix up, and then this was just high speed time. So yeah.
Yeah,
I am very happy with Sayaka's tournament, and I have become
you
a big fan of her.
you were definitely higher on both of the Starbomb matches against Karar than I was. I thought they were both good, but yeah, I feel like I said, Karar really got the wins that mattered than the losses that mattered. Her over Izumi here felt like it mattered a lot. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Um, and her loss to Natsuko, I actually got into debates with Scotty about this, where he was like, that match would have been like a match of the tournament legit if Carrara won, and I was like, nah, you need to have Natsuko win that. You can't have Tam Jr. beating not like Natsuko like that meant more. Uh,
Yeah.
and this is gonna be a hot take that some people won't like, but after having seen the G1, um, I thought Yoda Tsuji losing to Evil meant more than not than if he won the G1, but then if he won and lost to Takeshita. Because I watched that match, and again, not to get too men heavy, but I watched that match, and Evil and House of Torture did like 500% House of Torture shit because they were scared of Yoda Tsuji. Like that was the story that they told. Like what, like they were fucking terrified of this guy. Like he was going to win. And so like they just like were like, nope, we're not gonna let this dude breathe. Like he needs to die. Like that was the vibe, and that put Yoda Tsuji over to me more than him going to the final and losing to Takeshita would have, because I was like, oh fuck, this guy, this guy's a problem clearly. But and I feel like Carrara had a similar sense with the Natsuko thing, where it's like, oh, Natsuko put her down, like because
I think because here, I think me and you, we are on an island with our feelings about this. When you come out of a round of a tournament, you look at what did that loss mean for that person, like, and if that makes it good or not. I think we're on an island where we are like, like I because there are very few people I've talked who agree with me on this, that like you really just, when you look at a wrestler's performance throughout the tournament, you don't just look at the match quality. You look at what the wins and the losses meant before.
100%.
And like that is why after this tournament, Sayaka Kuwara is the one that stood out most for me in this tournament.
No, and that makes total sense. That makes total sense.
No one else has come out of this tournament with as much memorability as Sayaka for me.
I it's not ridiculous to say that, for real, because I agree. Like I think I just totally agree. I'm not gonna butcher your point, because I think your point is very good. I think that's
she kicked out of the stomp in this match, she won. And then she won.
No, exactly. Like I don't know. It was just, I really like the match, and I really like Kara's tournament. I think it's made her look great, even though, like you said, she 4 points. Like it wasn't like she won a ton, but the wins mattered and the losses mattered, and I thought that really set her apart from a lot of people in this tournament. A lot of people in both the tournaments. I feel like that's in all of the tournaments in wrestling. Frankly, hot take: round robin tournaments are kind of losing their sauce, because I feel like there aren't enough like through lines throughout tournaments anymore. If you tell me what I've been picking on her a lot today, but if you tell me what Hanan's tournament has been about, you can't, because it hasn't been about anything.
I can tell you, and Hanan is one of my favorite wrestlers.
That's what I mean. But even wrestlers that I like, even like I thought Starlight Kid, one of the best wrestlers of the entire tournament. If you ask me what her tournament was about, I don't have a concise answer outside of her being a good match, like having good matches. I mean, even like, but I don't want to shit on everybody, but I think that's just a common thread of a lot of wrestlers these days in round robin tournaments. You could check that out in the Dreamstar as well. I think that's, like, a lot of people have been complaining about the Dreamstar a lot. I think the more annoying thing is that it just feels like some of these wrestlers, for the first time, don't feel like they have much direction, which has always been kind of a strength.
If we move on to the next match, we have a great example of this.
Yes, the next match was Natsupoi versus Starlight Kid. This match ended with Natsupoi defeating Starlight Kid in 10 minutes and 39 seconds, advancing and knocking Starlight Kid out of the playoffs.
So,
go ahead.
This is the only match on the cage match. I just refreshed to check. This is the only match on cage match that has ratings from the show. It has 2 ratings. Both of them are 9. It's a good match. It's a match that you expect from Natsupoi and Starlight Kid. When I watched this, I after watching Asumi versus Sayaka, I sat there and I thought to myself, there's nothing special about this. There's nothing new. There is nothing other than them just doing their stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's been really hard for Red B specifically because the match quality has been the best out of the tournament on an
Yes.
overall level.
Yes.
Obviously, I think Saori and like Suzu and Momo high end, even Hina high end of Blue B on par, but I think just a consistency level, the match quality, Red B has had it on lock. But like I would say Starlight Kid, Natsupoi, and to some Azumi, and to some degree Rina at certain points. Um, I've felt like okay, I don't feel like there's anything more to this match than there is, which is always kind of like a bit of a disappointing for me. Not to wax poetic, but I completely agree with you on this match. I like this match, and historically, not crazy about Natsupoi and Starlight Kid. Not my favorite feud. It's a feud I've long been frustrated by, and I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, I love these two against each other. I don't. I think we're a better tag team, frankly. But I watched this match. I recognize that it was very good. But I
Yeah.
would agree that it was like there wasn't much actually here
It
beyond it was being a good match.
it's the same like when I came out of Sumo Hall and like everyone was raving that online that Natsupoi versus Starlight Kid was this blow away match. I was just walking out of there and thinking like, man, Tora versus Micah was fucking special, guys. Like, just shut up. Tora versus Micah was something we
That's
have never seen before.
and see like and that's there's a novelty argument there, and like I get what you, like I agree, but I mean I was a bigger fan of Kid and Natsupoi personally, but that was more on that was a different
Yeah,
conversation. But I just generally agree that it's like when you're at this point in the tournament, I did want something different, and you're right. Sakakura and Azumi gave me something different and unique and meaningful. And this match, even though I have them rated the same, because I think
yeah,
from a in ring point of view, they
yeah.
were similarly well worked matches. I felt like from a tournament story, from a everything contributing to the match, I did feel a bit empty after this match, um, because it was just a good match, and that's okay sometimes. But I get what you mean,
Yeah.
because we're 112 matches in to this tournament.
Yeah.
Um, you want a bit more, but yeah, that was a good match. Natsupoi winning and Kid makes things a bit more interesting. I am not crazy about champions going into the final stage. You know, like the playoff stage. I don't love playoff stages in general, but when they do them, I would rather no champions because then it's like it's really anybody can win. This is like all very it's all about the final. So I do appreciate that they put Natsupoi in over Kid. Um, yeah, good match, like I said, but I would agree that it felt a bit like uh, it could fall a bit flat when if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
wanting more than just a good match out of it. Do you have any other thoughts on the match?
No, just good stuff.
I agree. Next up, we had Ami Sourei defeating Bozilla, 12 minutes 24 seconds. Another very good match. I've liked Ami overcoming her demons because she came back. She faced hate, first demon. She faced Ano and lost. She faced Bozilla and lost, and she's overcome Ano and Bozilla. Hate still has her number. Like that story. And I'm happy with it, and I thought this match was a pretty cool, like beef match, so to speak.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. Um, I have to see it in the playoffs. I hope that they go a different route, but I liked it for what
Hoping
it
so.
was for sure.
Yes. I would say this was just good. It's kind of like hard to watch these two try to do this stuff when you've watched two really fast matches.
That's true.
As
Yeah, this match
before.
was notably slower.
Yeah. But like it's fine. I was just it's just like you're sitting there. You know that both of these two are gonna get away, move on in the tournament just because it
Yeah,
makes sense, you know. And that's kind of the problem with the three people advance from each block kind of thing. I
yeah,
think.
because there was by this point the final three matches, the only one that mattered was Let's Play Kid. Um,
Yeah.
because yeah, I'm pretty sure Ami was already through. I might be off.
I think B was the only one that needed to win to move on.
No, B was through. B was through.
Oh, she won.
B was through at 3.
Okay.
She won and got to 2. So yeah, that's actually the main event. B Priestley defeated Saya Kamatani. 13 minutes 0 seconds or 13 minutes and 6 seconds. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Why do people care? I had to tweet in defense of Brie. Do you know how much I hate? Do you know how much I hate tweeting unironically in defense of B Priestley?
You used the Queen's Landing.
I did pop for the Queen's Landing. I can't lie. I did pop
Hey,
for the Queen's Landing.
I popped for Saya's insane sell of the stomp right before the Queen's Landing.
I love, dude. Okay, match not very good.
No.
I texted this to Alex actually that they were like the 10-minute call like rang out and they were selling like they were Utami and Takumi 40 minutes in. Like they were like flailing. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh
Like
my god.
it's been
You're
10
so
minutes.
right. You're
Like,
so right.
why are we like teasing double downs and you're like falling over yourself? Like just get up. It can't be that hard. You guys haven't done that much. Finish was really cool. Like I do really like the finish, but otherwise not much to say.
I know it's a like it's a match that everyone has their on, but I do like that we have a recent match to be like, why are you being like selling this like it's Utami versus Takumi?
No, like for real. Like I was so confused.
I love that we have a recent match to do that with.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
to, like, always.
It's like I saw that 3 weeks ago, bro. I know what this is. I know what you're trying to do here. It doesn't make sense.
You're not Utami versus Takumi at 50 minutes, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This
But-
was not good. It was
yeah,
just like but the thing is, I wrote this in my notes. This was exactly what I expected.
Oh,
100%. Mid-match with B winning.
No, I totally agree. I think it was like B's worst match. Far
No.
from her best match either. Like I thought she had better matches in the middle. Namely against May Sarah, I would say. But
Yes, that was the best match.
But yeah, I mean, like it was fine. Like I have come to terms with B Priestley as a wrestler. I think that she is pretty mediocre, but like there are so many worse wrestlers that I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, like I don't love her, but she's around. Who cares? So that's kind of where I'm at with B these days. But that leads us to our preview, which is actually the big thing. We finally got to an hour and a half in. From here, it'll be kind of smooth sailing, I would say. The blocks are as follows. The winners, I should say. Winner of Red Block A was Saya Kamatani. Red Block A, second place, Hanan. Red Block A, third place, B Priestley. Red Block B winner, Natsupoi. Red Block B, second place was Azumi. And wait. Am I? No, I'm on the wrong. I was on my predictions list actually, so that was wrong. I just I predicted so well that I forgot that I was wrong. Like, okay, Sai Kamatani won. B Priestley got second. Hanan got third. Natsupoi won. Azumi got second. Rina got third. Sari Ano won. Ami Sori got second. Bozilla got third. And Saori won. Suzu got second. And Momo Watanabe got third. So that means that on the 20th of August in Korakuen Hall for a nighter, the playoffs will feature Azumi versus Hanan in the Red Block North section. Who do you think wins and faces Sai Kamatani later in the show?
Hanan.
You think Hanan wins?
Yes.
Okay. I am torn. I'm a little torn. I feel like there is a possibility that Sai Kamatani
I just got the Queen's Quest angle. Shit.
That's the thing. Like, I think there's a possibility that Sai Kamatani goes to the finals. And if that is happening, I think Azumi.
I don't want that. Oh.
I don't either, but I think it's very possible. I think it is incredibly possible that Sai Kamatani gets through to the finals. And either, like, this is not a spoiler, but and either loses to Ami or beats Sari, which is choices, both of them. but I think it's a possibility. I think Hanan wins here, and I also think she beats Sai Kamatani. I'm sticking to my guns of Hanan. But
That has been my prediction since day one, so I'm
yeah,
sticking with it as well.
yeah, I think the Queen's Quest angle definitely throws in some suspicion. I was
Yeah.
expecting, and if you heard last week, I was expecting Hanan versus Rina in the playoffs,
Yeah.
or at least in the quarterfinals. You know, I was expecting one or the other. We are getting neither. If Hanan and Rina are facing, it will be in the semis, which is possible. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's probable. But yeah, so Hanan Azumi is a bit hard to sell for me, but I would still say that Hanan's winning. And for that matter, the quarterfinals, Sai Kamatani versus Hanan or Azumi, I would say Hanan wins that. Uh, like I said, if Azumi wins, I think Sai wins that. But,
It's just like Hanan. She, I wanted her to at least get the win over the Red Bull champion, you know, once in the tournament. And I always thought that in the block play it did make sense because I wanted Saya to be like undefeated. I like them doing it here just makes so much more sense here. It feels so weird if they do Hanan versus Saya twice in Corkin and Saya beats her twice.
that's what I mean. Yeah, there's no way in my mind. There's no way that Sai Kamatani beats Hanan. And in fact, you know, I saw a tweet in one of my comments because I was tweeting about Momo Watanabe, very upset as I usually am. And somebody brought up that they thought that would be a very interesting. I don't know if they're a listener. If they are, I apologize for not giving you credit for this kind of fancy booking sort of thing. But that there's a possibility that like Hanan goes through to the quarterfinals. Momo, seeing as that miscommunication spot seems to persist.
No, stop.
I think there's a possibility Hanan goes to the quarterfinals, beats Saya because of a miscommunication, and they finally kick Momo the fuck out. Jesus Christ, please. God, please. Just please. And I saw somebody kind of like, theorize that could be happening. I think that would be interesting, but
Guys, for the listeners, it's so tiring to be friends with both this guy and Velke, okay? It's like the same thing
it's just
all the time.
how does Momo win out of this situation? She doesn't.
Oh
She
my
never does.
god,
It's true. I know. I know. I know.
It's time to move on, guys.
It would be cool though. It would be cool though. Okay.
You're
Going on
stuck
to
in 2019.
I know. I know. But moving on to the southern quadrant, it is B Prisi versus Rina. Winner faces Natsupoi. Um I, I have no clue because the winner isn't coming out of this quadrant. Uh unless it's fucking Natsupoi, in which case, okay. Like I predicted Natsupoi to win the tournament, but now I'm like, that seems like it'd be kind of insane.
Me versus Vina.
Yeah, B versus Rina is where we're at.
Has that happened before? I feel
It
like
had to have. It had to have because the B was in some undercard matches.
yeah. Well, not singles matches, but yeah. Okay, so the thing I remembered was the battle, the gauntlet. Never mind.
Yeah, no singles matches. First time.
No.
Uh,
I mean, B is probably winning. I think
uh,
I think they would want to try B and Natsupoi together.
yeah, I mean, I could see it. I do think that there is like I said, a possibility Rina wins out until the
If
semis,
yeah, if they want to do Hanan versus Rina in the semi, yeah.
which I think would be
Well,
cool. Personally, I
yes,
think
that would be
that'd be a cool switch.
amazingly cool.
I mean, Natsupoi beat Rina, so it's not like they're having Rina go over Natsupoi twice,
Yeah.
or anything like that. I could keep it 50-50. And I can buy a Rina over B match. Like I could buy that very easily.
Yeah.
So I'll do a little fantasy booking here. So I'll say Rina over. and Rina over Natsupoi as well, so that we get that Hanan Rina semifinal. Because I think that'd be really cool. But
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will hope for your predictions, and I will say B over Rina, Natsupoi over B, and Natsupoi versus Hanan over Natsupoi.
Okay. And then over in the blue side of things, the Northern Quadrant has Suzu Suzuki versus Bozilla. Winner faces Seriano. I feel like Suzu has to win because she's the leader of a new faction, and they can't already be questioning the hierarchy there, or they shouldn't already be questioning the hierarchy there.
It's so weird to fantasy book Bozilla, you know?
Yeah.
Because we have no idea how long she's taking, you know? It's so weird to try and predict Bozilla stuff.
No, I agree. But I don't know. Her winning would lead her to Seriano, which
They've already done.
they did a draw, so
Yeah,
that
in
would
this
make sense in the tournament.
Yeah, and in this building as well, in Corrigan.
Yes. So, truthfully, I think it depends on who you see going to the semis.
I do
Because
not want.
I think Ano goes over Bozillo. Bozilla. Sound weird. Ano goes over Bozilla, but Suzu goes over Ano. I think that's how I see it. So like I could see a if we're looking at who would it be? Actually, let's leave that for later. I think the more interesting quadrant is Ami Sore versus Momo Watanabe. Winner faces Sari.
Yeah, I mean, Ame's beating Momo.
How you feeling?
Ame's beating Momo.
Well, okay, yes, but obviously, but then that presents for me probably the hardest match of the tournament, which is Ami
Yes.
versus Sari.
Yes.
Because it even though Ami wins like a lot,
Man,
she's a
it's a
strong
tough.
wrestler.
Okay, so now that I'm looking at this, if they're actually going with Ami winning, nah, that's not happening. Ami is not going to be the first one to pin Sari.
Yeah, because Konami.
That's except Konami. I mean, I forgot Konami. Because Sari went undefeated after Konami.
Yes,
Okay,
but it was
so
easy. To be fair, it wasn't hard
yeah,
to go undefeated after that.
but what I'm saying is that I do not see Ami being one that beats Sari. Now that I'm looking at this,
That's why I'm like I've been hung up on this since the bracket
yeah,
got officialized or whatever finalized. I have no clue, and we gotta predict the final as well. So it's like we're pretty much just predicting the entire thing. The final, for those who don't know, happens on the what is it?
man.
The 23rd of August in Oda Ward, which is just it's this weekend. So yeah, we're predicting all of that right now. Currently, we have either I'm going with the Hanan Rina semifinal, I should say, on the red side, and we are looking at Ami and Sari. I still feel the problem is not even that like Ami beating Sari is unbelievable. It's that they aren't
There's nothing
intertwined
to
enough.
gain from that.
Yeah, they aren't connected whatsoever. So like it's not even like it's like Sari versus Momo, Sari versus Bozilla, even Sari versus Suzu. I could have seen Sari losing.
Yeah.
Ami specifically is really hard for me to buy beating Sari, but I don't think Sari is
Yeah.
winning the tournament.
Yes.
And I don't think
Oh,
Suzu's winning the tournament. It might.
please no.
She's obviously not winning the tournament, but But then do we
What about
have Hanan versus Sari? Like, I don't think that.
Natsupoi versus Anu? That's the final.
That's what I predicted beforehand. That's what I predicted before the tournament happened. I think that is a very real possibility
Like,
because I do think Ano could beat Sari pretty easily. Not easily,
yeah,
but it would make
like
sense just from a seniority sort of standpoint.
Anu over Bosilla, and then Anu over Sari.
Oh damn, dog!
And then we have Anu versus Poi. And I'm still so unsure about who's winning the tournament. Like, it's for me, it felt like Ami, like in the weeks leading into the tournament.
Even
Natsupoi,
throughout the tournament, I felt like Ami was like building up this momentum
yes,
that
she
would
she
make her a valid winner.
like she was walking like she was winning. Like
Yeah,
her just demeanor felt like she was
she
winning.
cared. She cared. Like I think that was
Yeah,
a big difference maker too. She felt like she was really like putting her all into matches.
I'll. But also, like, Natsupoi has also felt like a winner. When and then you remember that she lost right before the tournament to Saya.
Yeah.
But she has also felt like if they want to do the long build, Natsupoi can make sense as the winner. You know. Um,
See, and that views that's like Natsupoi feels. Oh wait, am I even here? Hold on. Oh, my internet went out for like
yeah,
2 seconds. My bad. But we talked about in the preview that like Natsupoi feels like she's winning the belt in the spring. You know what I mean? Like that's how it feels
yeah,
currently. It doesn't feel like she's winning the belt in 3 weeks or whenever the hell they decide to run this. So that's what makes Ami like an easier option. But yeah, Sabri is such a roadblock that it makes it feel a bit difficult. Um, I think what I'm going to lock in is I think they're just going to go all in. I think they will, or you know what, not even that all in, but I think what they'll end up doing is they'll do Bozilla over Suzu, they'll do Ano over Bozilla, and they'll do Ami over Momo, and they will do Ami over Sari, and they have Ami beat Ano, and we do get the Hanan versus Ami
yeah.
final. And I think that what that could do is that can even give Ami an in for the IWGP. Uh,
Yeah.
she could lose 2 title matches in a row. Who cares? I guess. Like, but
Like, yeah, you're right. That seems
yeah,
like
I mean, okay, we're looking at fucking Marigold. Misa Matsui has speed run her way to like 0-6 title matches.
fuck
So
you,
it's like
fuck you. You have me on, and you have to say that.
I
You
love Misa,
asshole.
but it's true. It's true. Um, but yeah, I think you can set something up there even if it doesn't already exist. Because that's the main thing I have to hang up with Sari and Ami is that it feels like there's nothing there. There's nothing created already. So you could create something out of that, out of Ami beating her. Uh, but it does feel like it might be stopping. It might be cutting short the story of Sari versus Hate. But I don't think Momo's beating Ami. Hot take. And even so, I don't think Sauri's winning the tournament. Uh,
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
just it's a very difficult because it feels like Sauri should lose to somebody in Hate. But
Yeah,
do they do a Sai Kamatani Sauri final? I don't think Sauri wins that. I don't think they like the optics of Sauri winning over their world champion. Um,
yeah.
just knowing how petty Stardom can be with how they position people. I don't know.
I
It's a hard question.
yeah. Like I have always felt like the Saya just winning out has always been a good chance. This year it really has felt like if there is a year to do it, this year. Um,
Yeah, it's her Kaito year.
yeah,
Like last year when they had
yeah,
nothing until Ozawa, they were like, "Shit, let's just
yeah.
give it to Kaito." Yeah,
And like that's a way to get to Saya versus Sari to end the year.
yeah. I mean, you could have Saya win and then be like, I don't even need to defend this. I could just take yours type of gimmick.
Yeah.
But they probably would still make it a double title match just to make it make sense, and make it sound cooler.
I will still be sticking with the Army prediction though. Just exactly what you laid out, and I think that's good. You know, I still after okay, so especially after hearing that Takeshita is challenging for the IWGP not at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, King of Pro. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how it sounds.
It seems like this is just a new Bushiroad policy. So Army against Saya on random lower show that is not the year-end Sumo Hall.
Yeah.
Yep, it's happening.
I think I'm with you there. And that is so we have for those who didn't hear or need a refresher, we have Hanan over Rina in the semifinals. That's hopeful.
Yep.
And then we have Ami over Suriano in the semifinals, and we get Ami over Hanan in the finals of the 5-star. Ami wins tournament.
I'm sticking with the fact that Stardom has done the 5-star winner challenging.
Yeah.
For 2 years now on a lesser show.
To be fair, I could see them just like cranking out a fucking trilogy for Saya and Sari. They have Saya win it, and Saya challenges Sari. Saya over Sari in the final. Saya loses to Sari in a IWGP title match, and then the winner takes all at the end of the year. They have Saya go over and win both belts, because I think that's likely where we're at, is Saya winning the IWGP from Sari and becoming double champ. It's just a matter of how we get there. But I think I'm sticking with the easy answer and going with Ami.
Yeah, so I agree. It's been a fun tournament. Booking wise, like, it's so hard to predict.
100%.
Because like they have been so weird with these round robin tournament. Bushiroad has the last 2 years. So, and yes, I am saying Bushiroad. Like, it just might just be their policy, you know. I don't know.
I think you're probably right, but we have just a little bit of time to go through a little bit of Dreamstar fighting Marigold. First show we have to preview is it happened on the 16th of August. It was Marigold Dreamstar Grand Prix 2025 Day 5 in where was this? This was Chiba, I believe. Yeah, in Ichikawa. Ichikawa's
My Sakura's hometown.
Yeah, wherever that is. It's in Ichikawa City. Drew 410 people. Fine number. We're only going to talk about the tournament matches, and then maybe a little bit of extra stuff that I want to talk about.
Ichikawa is on the way to Chiba from Tokyo.
Okay. I thought it was in Chiba. Yeah, close. Nagisa Ozaki defeated Mirai in 11 minutes and 11 seconds by countout. I liked this match. Liked this match.
This is a very soft like for me as well.
Because like I appreciated that it wasn't sudden. I appreciated that they were like I said earlier, that they were kind of like, we're fighting on the outside as long as we can, over and over again, and then eventually Nozaki just pushed her off the stage and ran back in. Like, I thought that was like a decent through line. The story the match told was done well enough for me, but the work itself wasn't anything inspiring. Yeah, that's pretty much my take. I thought that the match, like the story of the match, I was like, okay, that all made sense. I thought it was fairly entertaining here and there, but the work was a bit iffy, because they weren't really doing it. They weren't really focused on that much. So I wasn't like too down on it, but I can get where people wouldn't like it, if that makes sense.
It was like, it was fun to see them do different variations of crowd bowling.
Yeah.
So like, and
Yeah, I felt like they were doing something a little bit different, which I always appreciate, even if it did lead to not much substance.
it's so funny seeing Mirai just oversell a run into the ring and fail.
Oh, and that's what I love. Like I'm very harsh on count out finishes, on double count outs. I
Uh,
really appreciate someone getting thrown off the stage and being like, I can't fucking how the fuck am I supposed to do this at 18? Like I think I appreciated that they didn't just do the usual like grabbing at someone until they just like like the over dramatic
I,
melodramatic,
I
if you will.
think that is one of the things that Mirai is kind of like very good at. That is like doing count out pieces, and it's weird that she is good at it, but she is good at it.
She heard all of the backlash to the 7 Up match and said, I ain't never done
Yes,
that shit
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah,
No, I'm
yeah,
doing this good every time from now on.
yeah.
I'm doing at least a little bit interesting. Try something.
True.
But yeah, good enough for me. Like I said, soft like, not
Yeah.
a heavy like. Next match was a heavy like. Utami Hayashishita defeated Sari Yamaoka in 11 minutes and 3 seconds. I loved this match. Thought it was fucking great. I really like both these wrestlers. I don't think you've seen because it was in my Discord and not yours, but I think I am reuniting, re-establishing, reopening the Utami Hayashishita Respect Army because I'm fucking tired, bro.
Oh,
I think
I'm
Utami is
first.
so fucking good.
I am the first to sign up, brother.
I am getting so annoyed because like I don't know. I saw
it's
like a bunch of
it's
takes.
so annoying. It's been
I
so
saw
annoying from the
I saw
start.
takes about like, oh, if your wrestler of the year isn't Sari or Sai Kamtani, I don't know what you're talking. And I was like, Utami has had a good year. It wasn't booked properly in the first 6 months or so,
Yes.
but she's had a really fucking good year. And again, maybe I get where you wouldn't put her in the conversation, but like, she just is very often like looked over for a lot of these sorts of conversations. Even before she joined Marvel, she was just always kind of, you
Yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
mean, I don't think anyone from Marigold is gonna earn any rewards this year. Sadly,
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
I get that. Um, but but
um.
but yeah, so I'm reopening the Utami Respect Army because I just think she's been killing it. I think that her 5-star or Dream Star has been great, frankly. Not as great as Sari Yamaoka's, who has been fucking wrestling out of her mind, frankly. Uh, her worst match so far was my favorite Chiaki match of the tournament, who I've also been a fan of this. Uh,
No.
I just thought these two worked so well together. Pretty simple match, nothing insane, but they just so clicked to the point where I'm like, please give me this title match before Utami drops it. I know they won't because I have a feeling she's dropping the title 2 months and she won't have time to defend it. But I really like these two together. I think they're so good together, and I really like this match. That was a ton of fun. How do you feel?
Yeah. It's a very very good match. Utami, I I think people were so harsh on her when she in the first couple of months of her, and I honestly like got pretty pissed at some people, because because people were not being fair. Like they were
Oh,
not like she was given a total unknown white person in her first offense, guys. Like just a someone we had never seen before came in, and that was their first match in.
someone who
Her,
Rossi had never seen before.
yeah, and that was the Tommy's first defense. Like it was
And her
incredibly
only
unfair.
defense for the first like 3 months, because
Yes, and
because
that is
the
the other part.
Roselle wasn't until like late March or whatever.
That's the other part. Like going into the Yogi show, like she had two defenses, and both of them against foreigners. And people were telling me like Utami's a shit champion. She should never be the champion again of any company.
Yeah, no,
And
I agree. I think that's
I
insane.
and I was sitting there like she hasn't had a real defense yet. Like Bosilla was like technically a real defense, but Bosilla was leaving, so there's no follow up to it.
Yeah.
So Mirai was technically the actually first defense.
And it was great.
That's like in Marigold's story, and it was great. It shocked everyone, and everyone was saying that Mirai carried.
That pissed me off. Okay, we don't have to get all the way into it.
It's
That yet.
like seriously, I'm so done with Utami Downer. She has had a very good run in as a wrestler this year, and I think it's very unfair to give to talk about her booking about Rossi being a bad book, and then say that Utami is a bad champion because those two do not correlate, you know.
No, I agree. I totally agree. But yeah, no.
And also the Roa match was very good. So
I agree. I also love that Gummy match. We finally have some. Thank you for agreeing with me. And then to finish out the 16th, Mai Sakurai and Maya Yukihi defeated Koki Amare and Miko Aono in 15 minutes 14 seconds. Not going to talk about this very long. I just wanted to say that Maya did great. I'm a big Maya Yukihi fan. Have been since I laid my eyes on her and watched her for the first time. 4 years ago, something like that. Big fan of hers, and I think she should be around because I think she clicks. Like I think she meshes well with the roster's like style. So I would like to see her around more, even if I don't necessarily expect it. As far as I know, this is more a make good on my Sakurai being her show, and also from what I could tell, they went to like the same prep school or something. I think they were talking about.
that would make sense.
Yeah, not at the same time. I don't think. Maybe at the same time. Who knows? But yeah, I think like they might have like they have some sort of like link from a personal standpoint, outside just being drinking buddies like Maya and Utami are. So yeah, I really like this match. Would love Maya to be around more often. Maybe not sign because then Julia won't be able to come back. But she could be
it's so annoying that my Yuki has two Twitter.
yeah, she does.
Because I was looking for the tweet they were making. I was just searching the fun post. Yeah, yeah, they're from the same areas. It made very much sense. I thought the crowd was a bit annoying during this. I
Oh,
think there were some like sponsors in the crowd that was kind of like just there to because they were doing a sponsorship thing. And they were kind of loud.
yes.
My wiki, I mean, I'm shocked. Am I missing some? Did I miss some news about her?
What about her?
Because no, okay. So I'm confused. There's so many different Ice Ribbon alumni who are on the verge of retiring, and I
Oh.
mix them up all the time.
No, she
Like
she got hurt. She got hurt, and it was like a long-term thing, and so she just kind of
yes,
started coming back. Yeah, they went to
yeah,
the same high school apparently.
okay, okay.
Ferris
So
Girls School.
okay, uh, because like I felt like she had not been around for. I guess that was because of the injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that is why. Because yeah, she missed her. She almost missed her own show, but she came back
Yes.
one night only.
Oh, I think by the end when I left Tokyo, I had like I think it was like at least 6 posters for that Maya Yuhiki show because she was at
She was
every fucking show
advertising that shit.
and like handing them out. Like I think I talked with her at 3 shows and like short conversation, very very short conversations, but at all 3 shows about her show, like about her show,
Oh yeah, she
which
was
was
going hard, man.
yeah, she was selling those. She was handing those. But yeah, fun. It
Yeah,
was fun to
and
see
then
her.
the next show was on the 17th of August. It was in Shibuya Sports Center, day 6 of the Dreamstar Grand Prix. Just going to talk about the league matches because that's Well, no, I got to watch most of the show, but that's all that matters. I know the main event was good, and the opening match was good, but not much to actually talk about.
I have
Maria,
not seen this.
yeah, you haven't seen this. This is true. So we're gonna go. Maria defeated Rhea Seto in 8 minutes 59 seconds. I thought this match ruled, frankly. It's the first time Maria tried, and I thought that the story of I keep saying the story of it, but I thought that like the match was built on Maria kind of being like too cool for this all, and then Rhea trying to break her leg, and it kind of breaking Maria's facade and making her try and making her like go at it, for real and shit. And I really appreciated that. Like I thought it was a fun way to deal with a heel versus heel dynamic. It wasn't even like making Maria the baby face. It was just making her human. It was like I don't care if you don't care. You're gonna care when I break your foot. I don't know, like I appreciated that kind of through line for the match. Really liked it. I thought it was the first match that really surprised me in the tournament. Because all the other matches I've seen that I've really, really liked, I expected to like a fair amount. This match was the first time where I was like, yeah, I'm sure it was probably fine. And it was really good. I really liked it. So, yeah, and it was technical too. And I like technical stuff. So that's me. But yeah, very good match. And then Mai Sakurai defeated Kazuna Tanaka, 7 minutes and 56 seconds. It was good. Like there's nothing to really write home about, unfortunately. But it was chill. I liked it for the most part. And that moved my Sakurai on to 6 points, which is the top of her block as far as I am aware. From there, we have the preview, which is all about. There's one show, right? There's one. Yeah, because the Corkin's not until the 30th.
Listen, I pissed off Sondre, and he has blocked me on he has blocked my account on both Marigold accounts, so I can't pick. It's
Well, I made
I can, but
yeah, you can now. But I made my pretty little schedule, and as far as I could tell, the next show is the 22nd, and then after that, there's not a show until the 30th, which is obviously outside of our domain. So all we actually have to talk about is 2 matches from the Dream League. We'll see how they go. First of all, it is Koki Amare versus Victoria Yuzuki. I think that is a Koki win because she only has 1 win, and she has to at least look somewhat protected going into the final night, I would say.
the Corkin is so far ahead.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's what 12 days from now. Yeah,
I have good time to watch the matches I watched.
yeah. No, that's what I'm realizing. I thought the Corkin was like this weekend. Like I thought it was like Sunday or something, but no.
For some reason, I thought it was the same day as the final night of the 5-star, but no.
But no, it's Koki versus Yuzuki. I think Koki probably wins that, or not. I did theorize that maybe Koki got Senka's booking because they hate her so much. And in that case, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she does. I don't know. Senka could have beat her. Who knows? But that is a match I think Koki wins. And then we get Utami Hayashishita versus Maria, which I think is a cool match. Again, depending on how Maria's feeling. If she's feeling, ready to go, then it could be a lot of fun. If not, it might not be. But those are the 2 tournament matches. And then I totally forgot this. This is in Sun Pearl Arakawa, which is the hometown of Chikagoto. Which means that this is also the show that features Chikagoto versus Mayu Iwatani.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Can't lie. Whether Alex likes it or not, we're reviewing it next week. Because I am very excited for that because it sounds like a good match. Chica's been wanting it, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped, and it's a light week outside of the final, which is nice. I actually have some time to watch not wrestling because
I like that
the G1.
I like that this is a singles match happening outside of the tournament.
Yeah, so from what I can tell,
yeah, it's
'cause
just
Miku-
Chica asked for it,
Yeah, that the girls get to book their own like homecoming shows or homecoming matches, I should say, and and so I'm guessing this year they were told that they can't book their own tournament matches because
Yeah.
they want some of them to win matches sometimes. You know what I mean? Chica's not winning this one, but like I have a feeling that they were like, yeah, so my Sakurai, you can't just book yourself to beat Miko Aono in the tournament. It's not how this works. Um, so I'm guessing that was the conflict of interest there. But yeah, so I'm excited for that match, and I'm excited for these matches, mainly Utami and Maria, because Koki and Yuzuki could be dire if some things don't work out there, because Koki's not been in good shape lately. But hopefully she gets better, and hopefully you all enjoyed this here episode of Stardom Quest Gold. Sondre, thank you so much for joining me for this delightful conversation. It's always nice, as much as I love talking to Alex every week, it's always nice to get a fresh take, a fresh opinion on the show. We had Peps a few weeks back. Your opinion, obviously better. So thank you for being here, and I
Wow,
appreciate you
thank you.
coming on.
And as I always just reply to Peps with "okay," I can tell you that I often agree with you. Takes my takes are definitely better than Peps.
I
Yeah,
love Peps. I love Peps. I hope everybody
I
does.
love Peps. Yeah, we all
Leave
love
Peps
Peps.
buds. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I rarely get to talk about Stardom on air that often, which is okay. Like I could not do what you guys are doing with both companies. And like Stardom has like they lost me pretty hard in 2023 to late to 2024. I thought, and this year they've really started gaining me back. I've been very into their year. They are probably my second promotion of the year after Dragon Gate. Let's just see if Dragon Gate doesn't completely fail with their
How's hip
current.
hop doing?
Yeah, I mean, Savvy probably has already
Told me
spoken to you
plenty.
about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's not a good. It's not a good week for my Dragon Gate is the best company talk. Even though Kikura is the whatever. I will have a full episode. It's later this week, I think. We on the Dramatic Dream Dragons, we're also having Ashman over, I think, before Peter Pan, to give some, how it is being
Insider insight.
insider insight. Even though he isn't that inside, he just runs the Twitter account and occasionally does English comments. But yeah, I will be back with that this weekend, Dramatic Dream Dragons. So check that out. Check out Actress Stage on the YouTube. Me and Velke, losing our minds, trying to predict what this wild man Sekiguchi does with his points matches and all of the other wild stuff in that company. I am ready to take the L. Since it seems like Natsuki, for now, is sticking around.
She is. Yeah, that's how it sounds.
So
We say she's gonna show up. She's gonna show up on the final show. And be like,
I
I'm here.
mean, it. We haven't seen the match yet. The match is out. Me and Velke are watching Actress tomorrow. So yeah, I guess we could have mentioned that, but I guess you guys are gonna talk about it on the next episode. Natsupoi and Anu versus Natsuki and Yukino Uehara.
Oh, I think we're supposed to talk about that here, and we didn't. So tough.
Yeah, Natsupoi and Saori Anu was an actor's code.
Yes, they were. They were. I did hear about that. See about
No
that.
one
They're
has,
also on the.
we haven't seen it yet, so.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm chill. But yeah, do you want to plug your Twitter?
Sure. You can find
You
me on
don't have
Twitter.
to. Yeah. Don't follow him on Twitter. Fuck you.
You will just see like actress tweets sometimes Stardom tweet and a lot of Dragon Gate. Mainly Dragon Gate for sometimes Joshi.
This is how I stay informed.
I should also mention that I took part in the Joshi Top 100 list
Ooh.
that Resura is coming out with. I think the countdown is started earlier today. So
Yeah, I saw something
think
about yesterday, I believe.
I think the first 25 will come out this week.
Dope.
So I have written some there, and we also that was a project of like I think 9 people, 10 people. That with Scott, Peps, like a lot of people in the Joshi online sphere, and you get like it was a lot of fun voting, and the list. As someone who knows the list, I pretty accurate for 2020 to 2025. So look forward to reading that and follow Reserve to find out about.
Yeah, no, I agree. Reserves are our buds, our friends over there, friend of the show, if you will. But yeah, without any further ado, I guess it's time to close this shit down. Thank you again for joining me. Believe today, shine tomorrow. You decide what you believe in. I guess I'll do both actually. Stardom, Quest, Goldo. Oh wait, shine forever. Fuck, I fucked up. It's okay. I never do both. How about okay? You know what, we're gonna do this. You want to say the shine forever part? You could say the shine forever part. How about that?
Somebody blocked me. I can't do that.
Okay, you say the first part. Believe today, shine. Say it.
Oh yeah. Believe today, shine tomorrow. You decide what you believe in.
Shine forever, Stardom, Quest, Goldo, Passion.
Passion.